It's lights out and away we go. Valtteri Bottas pointing towards Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton gets away well though and cuts Bottas off down the inside. Goes Sebastian Vettel, tries to get the car under control and loses out to Kimi Räikkönen, so stays in fourth in the Toro Rosso. Going wide there, and that is Carlos Sainz from 14th on the grid. Contact there. Kimi Räikkönen has had contact with one of the Red Bulls, I think it is.
I thought it was a Mercedes.
Well, if it was a Mercedes, it is Valtteri Bottas, you're right. Valtteri Bottas having a poor start there as I was looking at Carlos Sainz, another one with a poor start. Down the inside goes Daniel Ricciardo on Lance Stroll, but he doesn't quite make the move stick. And it's Hamilton out in front here in Baku, but his teammate Valtteri Bottas in trouble, and they're all squirming around looking for grip. And this is the problem Valtteri Bottas has got with his front right tyre.
Back to the pits.
That's the incident between Bottas and Räikkönen. I'll tell you what happened with Bottas. He clipped the curb, didn't he?
He did.
And that shunted him right.
Yeah.
This is what happened to Carlos Sainz. Now, I think he tangled here with his teammate, Danny Kvyat. There goes Kvyat running wide, and as he comes back onto the track, that's just enough to put Sainz off.
Yeah, Danny came back like a madman through the truck.
Into the pits now comes Daniel Ricciardo.
Brakes are now fine, everything is okay. We had some debris in the brake scoop and everything got very hot very quickly. So now debris is clear, you are free to race, let's go.
Now, there goes Carlos Sainz on the Sauber, there goes Daniel Ricciardo on Carlos Sainz and the Saubers. Oh dear, there is Danny Kvyat, stopped by the side of the track.
Oh no, issue with the engine.
Oh no.
Yeah, here we go again.
Max, that is the end for us. I'm sorry about that.
The safety car is coming out, and that might just now see a lot of activity in the pit lane as well. Right, so there goes Hamilton. Also coming in Sebastian Vettel.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it, to stop now?
The safety car needs to speed up because this is too slow.
Lewis is backing up the pack a little bit, and he went into him.
Wait, he brake tested me. What the is going on?
Vettel literally just came alongside me and turned in and hit me.
He might have lost a bit of front wing there, Sebastian Vettel. And he's saying to Hamilton, what did you do? You stamped on the brakes, and this could be very, very tricky indeed for the championship leader. There's a bit come off his front wing as we get racing once again. Hamilton then leads them down the straight. Sergio Perez already pulling out to the right-hand side. He's after Vettel. Felipe Massa's after Vettel. And as we see Sebastian Vettel under pressure now, down the inside goes Felipe Massa in the Williams. Can't quite get past him, but he still might hang on in there. The two Force Indians scrapping away. Perez has lost a place to Massa, and Vettel somehow manages to hang on to second place. Well done, Massa, as the two Force Indians collide there, and there's big damage to Perez's front wing.
Both damaged.
Damage. The car just pointed to the left massively. I think ideally will be red flag. It's true, there is debris everywhere.
Well, and they have red flagged this race. The drivers will now come into the pit lane whilst the marshals get a proper chance to clear up this track with all the bits of carbon fibre that are strewn around it. Right, weaving away down the straight, and now they can start going once again. Hamilton then ahead of Sebastian Vettel, ahead of Felipe Massa and his teammate Lance Stroll. And this time, Lance Stroll now makes a move on Felipe Massa. And Daniel Ricciardo's in that fight, and Nico Hülkenberg as well. And Massa's getting sorted up by the pack. And down the inside goes Daniel Ricciardo. What a move from the Australian. He's picked up a couple of places in one corner.
Right, brilliant, mate. Stay focused. Let's keep it smooth now. Stay ahead.
Felipe Massa's in trouble here. Here comes Nico Hülkenberg. Massa's been passed again, and he might get caught here by Kevin Magnussen as well. Magnussen fancies going down the inside. Can he do what Ricciardo did? Yes, he can.
The car is shaking completely, very difficult to drive.
Okay, so it's a broken rear damper. We're going to need to retire the car.
Oh, and there's a problem there for Nico Hülkenberg. Look at that front right tyre. He's out of this race, and he's made contact. Oh dear.
Oh, he'll hate it when he watches that one back on the video.
I hit the wall.
Okay, Lewis, looks like headrest is just a little bit loose at the back. Just see if you can pull it into position on the straight.
I'll tell you what, if that flies out, he'll be obliged to pit.
Well, have I had a technical flag yet?
So we've been instructed we have to pit this lap.
And Sebastian Vettel has got a 10-second stop-go penalty for dangerous driving.
When did I do dangerous driving then? We speak after now. Keep your head down and mode box.
It's all about the World Championship as well, isn't it, with those two?
Hamilton coming down the main straight, we can see there. Here comes Sebastian Vettel. He is just ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And now Lewis Hamilton switches to the inside. Thought about it for a moment. Now Sebastian Vettel goes down the inside, gets past Fernando Alonso. Has Hamilton got some decent acceleration and traction out of turn 2 to power down that straight and get past Alonso? He has. So Sebastian Vettel still ahead of Hamilton, but for how much longer? Well, they're going to have to survive that order for a few more corners to go. Right, here's Ocon and Bottas. Ocon was in the podium places. Not anymore. Valtteri Bottas, who tangled with Kimi Raikkonen on the second corner, is now back up into the podium places.
Personal best coming in the sectors, personal best at the end of the laps as well for Ricciardo and Stroll.
Guys, if Valtteri's not fighting anyone ahead, you need to have him slow down just enough that he gives bad wake.
Valtteri's trying to catch Stroll. We don't want to give Vettel the DRS.
Stroll's now got those three in his mirrors.
A crazy, chaotic, amazing race, full of incidents for Daniel Ricciardo. The checkered flag is there. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Behind him, Lance Stroll. Has he been overtaken by Valtteri Bottas? Just on the line, Bottas, who was a lap down and plumb last after the opening exchanges, has come back to take second place.
Oh man, he got me.
And I tell you what, second or third, they might not care. Because the fact is, Lance Stroll gets his first podium in Formula One. Sebastian Vettel will extend his championship lead to 14 points, but it wasn't the championship contenders who finished on the podium, but it's a podium full of smiles and passion after